I'm having my first cup of coffee, and I'm going to be brutally honest with you, folks. What? Are you serious? Last night's broadcast that we do on Sunday night at my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com, Sunday Night Live, that's what we call it, Sunday Night Live. It's every Sunday night from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Was unbelievable. 27 salvations last night. An incredible move of God. People were there from 14 different nations of the world, and people were being saved everywhere. It was an incredible night. But it's not the only incredible thing going on in the world. Yes, the harvest is getting it. It's the most important, I'll tell you that. But folks, there's some strange things going on. You won't believe what the last 3 days what's been going on. But yesterday there was a meteorite goes racing through the sky, visible all the way from San Diego, I believe. Yeah, San Diego, California, all the way into Nevada. This thing was huge. Let me read to you. I want to thank, I can't remember what the guy's name was now. But anyway, sorry. Let me just read this to you. Residents in Nevada and California were shaken and awakened by a loud explosion and a light show in the sky Sunday morning, according to Fox TV 40 and their reports. The 9/11 centers on both sides of the Sierra Desert were getting flooded with calls. Both in Nevada and in California were flooded with calls as reporting the explosion, while others reported the fireball sightings. I saw this fireball streak across the sky, and then it curved down, and it exploded, said a California resident, Pamela Farley. She told this to Fox Channel 40. It made the shades in my room shake hard to slam into a window a couple of times. Nicole Carlson of Reno, Nevada, told the Associated Press, I kept looking for the earthquake information, but there was nothing. I even checked the front of my house to make sure no one ran into the garage with a car. What? She thought somebody might have ran. Astronomers say the sonic boom or explosion sound and the fireball were likely caused by a meteor. They say this sort of cosmic event is pretty common. It is? Really? What? Are you serious? It's common? When's the last time, guys, you had a fireball race through the sky over your house, all the way from California through Nevada, and shake the shades and shaking the shades on your house, rattling the ground, making you run outside and look and see if somebody's car run into your garage? What? Boom, sonic booms and fire in the sky. When's the last time you saw that? Maybe if you was in Sodom and Gomorrah and saw the fire and brimstone falling, or maybe if you were, during World War II or something. No, you never seen any of that. This is not common. Let's finish. Astronomers say the sonic boom or explosion sound and fireball were likely caused by a meteor, and they say this sort of cosmic event is pretty common, but rarely as bright enough to be seen and heard. Well, but we're seeing more of it. And one just went over Texas last week. One went over somewhere else, Australia, the week before that. From the reports, I have no doubt it was a fireball, said Robert Lunsford of Greensboro, New York, who's a based American Meteor Society. It happens all the time. It does? Maybe it does? But most are in the daytime and are missed. This one, extraordinarily bright in the daylight. It's because it was close. Now, Lunsford said it's pretty rare for fireballs to produce a loud explosion. For that to happen, he explained, the meteor must have survived and intact until breaking up about 5 miles above the earth. Most fireballs are visible at 50 miles above the earth. So this thing was close. All right? If you hear a sonic boom or a loud explosion, that's a good indication that some fragments may have reached the ground, says the Lunsford told the Associated Press. We have to get some people to work on it to pinpoint where it broke up and see if anything can be found on the ground. Experts disagree on whether the event could be a result of the Lyrid meteor shower that happens each April. And Dan Ruby, an associate director of the Fleischmann Planetarium at the University of Nevada, Reno, said it's unlikely the fireball had anything to do with the current peak of the shower. So this is a rare event. So my question is, where was NASA? Where was the Hubble telescope? Why can't they tell us when something's about to happen? How come this keeps taking place? Remember the fireball that went over Peru? Remember last year in the fall, fireball crashed into a house in Argentina and killed a person and wounded 9? I mean, come on, what's going on? Get some coffee, please. Could it be signs in the heavens? Could it be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars and distress of nations? Luke chapter 21 verse 25. For there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and in the stars, and distress of nations with perplexity, and the sea and the waves roaring. These are all signs of the second coming of Christ. Could this be what's happening? Are we getting more and more and more of these types of events taking place in these last days? I mean, really, it's becoming evident that something's going on. Matter of fact, millions of bats have been dying over the last 5 years with this white nose fungus. Millions, I'm talking millions of bats from Canada through America. Billions of bees have been dying. Billions across North America, Central America, and Canada. Definitely causing a severe problem within the pollination of the food supply. And I think it's beginning to, and I think it's even part of the Hosea prophecy, the fulfillment of the land is going to mourn and the people are going to languish. Also, Friday, and I'm going to do a separate video, but on Friday, April the 20th, Adolf Hitler's birthday, there were so many crazy events that happened of a satanic nature that I think it was part of fulfilling a biblical prophecy that we were told things would start to happen. Oh, I mean, I'll do another video. You won't believe it. It's just crazy. But is this sounds of the apocalypse? Is this fireball part of the sounds? Boom! I mean, what's going on? Or is this just one of the signs of the apocalypse? As in Luke 21:25. I'm telling you right now, we are running out of time. And like I shared with you, 27 people got saved, requested salvation last night. Some were rededications. A lot were first-time salvations. And they were giving their lives to Jesus Christ, making a commitment. When? Right in the chat room, right during the live broadcast that we do every Sunday night from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You see, Jesus does save. Jesus has never stopped saving. He is setting people free. And thousands of people are coming to Christ. It's unbelievable. The Bible says that there's a famine in the land. And it's not necessarily for bread and water, but it's for hearing the word of the Lord. And these signs are being done, and these earthquakes in different places. These different types of events taking place right before our very eyes. Hailstorms in Texas 4 feet high. Unbelievable plagues that's come up on Texas in the last year. Incredible. Incredible. And it just reminds me that the book I wrote, Texas Blood Lake, and I was just telling somebody, sent me an email a few minutes ago about it. I told him, I said, look, you wouldn't believe the plagues that's happened in Texas in the past year. That's why we wrote the book, Texas Blood Lake, is because there are so many plagues happening that are so similar to the plagues of Egypt. And the reason the plagues of Egypt came, of course, was to tear down the 10 idol god face of the Egyptians. Maybe God is trying to tear down the idol and turn us away from the sin that's coming upon the earth and turning our eyes back to Jesus Christ. If you're not saved, you want to be a Christian, send me a personal message right here on YouTube, and you can title it, I want to be saved. I want to be saved. I want to be saved.